It's recap time. 3, 2. Hey, quick interruption, Future Chip here. If you're coming from the previous video and you already know the drill, you can skip directly to the recap. Otherwise, if this is your first time, I'll let you with the intro and enjoy the episode. 1. Hello everybody and welcome to the Shower Podcast, the podcast where I'm in my shower and you do you. I'm your host Chip and this is not my usual intro. This is a bit of a special episode. Unfortunately, I will be away for a few days and I found out this interesting way of filling the gaps with recaps from previous episodes. If this is your first time here, use it as an opportunity to find topics that you might be interested in and go back to listen to the original ones. If you are a usual listener of the Shower Podcast, well, again, this might be a rehearsal of topics that you might be interested in. Otherwise, I understand if you want to wait for me to be back. But in the meanwhile, the podcast needs to continue and we need to reach day 365. Having said that, I will not keep you longer. Thank you very much for listening. As always, a like and a subscribe. They are always welcome. And now, recap time.
Welcome to the deep dive. Really glad you could join us today. Okay, let's unpack this. You know, sometimes the best ideas, the best insights, they come from, well, kind of unexpected places. Yeah. Or in today's case, maybe even from the shower.
Right.
We're diving into the recent work of a creator we both really admire, Chip, and his fantastic shower podcast.
It's great stuff.
Yeah. So our mission here basically is to pull out the core ideas, maybe some surprising insights, and, you know, a few lighter moments too from 4 of his latest episodes. We've got 232, 235, 236, and 237.
And we're going chronologically.
Exactly, in the order Chip released them. And hey, if any of these ideas really connect with you and you haven't heard the originals, definitely go check out Chip's episodes.
Oh, absolutely. His style is just so unique, isn't it? Very approachable.
Totally. Broadcasting from his shower often, it makes it feel really relatable, like a friend just sharing a thought.
Yeah, and it's fascinating to look at how a creator's insights evolve over, a few episodes. You see the threads connecting. What's really compelling about Chip's work, I think, is how his personal reflections, they're not just about him. They offer these really universal lessons for all of us, right?
For sure.
How we navigate daily life, our goals, even just managing our heads in this crazy world. It really shows how deep understanding can come from just being honest and personal.
Absolutely. So let's start right there with the first one on our list, 232. You're gambling with your life.
Okay.
Now, when you hear gambling, you probably think, I don't know, Vegas, slot machines.
Right. The usual stuff. Money changing hands.
Yeah, but Chip's talking about something maybe more insidious, a different kind of gambling he sees dominating things now in 2025. It's not cash, it's the uncertainty baked into internet algorithms, content creation, even like AI prompts.
That's it, exactly. He frames this modern gambling as that mental loop, that feeling of unpredictability. He calls it the maybe next time effect.
Oh, that's good. Maybe next time.
Yeah. It's the same hook that keeps someone at a slot machine. Right. Hoping for the jackpot. But now it's playing out everywhere online.
Right. Like refreshing your feed
or hitting generate on an AI and holding your breath.
Yeah.
It taps into that same basic desire for a random win.
And he uses his own podcast as a perfect example. It's very meta. He says basically every episode he releases is like pulling a slot machine lever.
Yeah.
He has no clue if it'll, connect or just fizzle out. 10 listeners. 10,000.
And it's often not even up to him.
That's the thing. It's some algorithm deciding. A black box. He says the algorithm is the house. It's not strategy. It's just gambling.
And that's the addictive part. If we connect this to the bigger picture psychologically, it's classic variable reinforcement.
Ah, okay. Explain that a bit.
Well, the brain, weirdly enough, often gets more hooked by random rewards than guaranteed ones.
Really? Why is that?
A sure thing gets predictable, maybe even boring,
but
it may be reward, especially a potentially huge one like going viral or that perfect AI image.
Gotcha.
That's incredibly powerful. Keeps creators chasing views, keeps us feeding prompts into AI, hoping for that one amazing result. That tiny glimmer of maybe keeps you locked in.
That AI example, yeah, I feel that. You hit enter, you wait. Most are duds, some are okay.
And then bam, jackpot.
Exactly. And that one win makes you forget the 100 failures before it. You keep going back.
It's the same brain chemistry casinos exploit, just, digital. And it's sneaky because it doesn't feel like you're at a roulette table.
So what's the downside? Chip must talk about the cost.
Oh, absolutely. He identifies a really significant often hidden cost to living life this way, like it's a casino.
Okay.
Not just about money. It's about what it does to you internally.
Yeah.
Your focus, shredded, because you're always scanning for the next external hit.
Right, that validation.
Yeah, you're not building solid things, you're chasing moments. Stacking up anecdotes, he says, instead of foundations.
Anecdotes instead of foundations. I like that.
It feels exciting, maybe, but it's super fragile. One bad spin, one upload bombs, the AI gives you garbage.
And you feel like it's all worthless.
Exactly. And here's the kicker. Even if you do hit that viral spike, if you don't have stability underneath, it doesn't free you. He says it actually traps you.
How so?
Like casino winners desperate to repeat that luck. You end up frantic, chasing a ghost, maybe worse off than before. It just burns you out without building anything real.
Okay, so that's the problem, living in the casino. What's Chip's alternative then? How do we get out?
Well, it sounds almost boringly simple.
Huh.
Stability, small, predictable wins.
Right. The stuff nobody tweets about.
Exactly. He knows it's not sexy, but he argues it's the only path to something lasting. Consistent actions, the daily upload, the workout, routines you could actually stick with.
Things you control.
Precisely. Those results compound. A jackpot doesn't compound, it just happens. This builds a foundation.
So he talks about building like an anti-casino.
Yeah, that's his term. Intentionally capping your spins, setting boundaries, tracking your process, not just the outcome.
So celebrating that you showed up, not just whether it went viral.
Yes. And this raises a really important point. What if you reframe the reward itself? What if consistency becomes the jackpot?
Ooh, interesting.
The dopamine hit shifts from maybe this one to the quiet satisfaction of, I did it again.
Right. So you build resilience that way.
Totally. Whether the algorithm smiles on you today or not, the win is that you're still building. You're in the workshop, not the casino. Every small act adds up to something real.
That's a really powerful shift from chasing to building. And, you know, that idea of small, consistent wins, it leads perfectly into his next few ideas, doesn't it? Which are literally about small drops of improvement.
It really does.
So next up is episode 235, microlearning. And here, Chip introduces his new weekend drop format.
Yeah, I like this idea.
Me too. The whole point is, you know, shorter, quicker episodes.
Yeah.
One simple, actionable idea, maybe a little laugh, get in, get out.
Practical.
And the first concept he drops is microlearning. It basically pushes back against that idea that growth has to be this huge, time-sucking effort.
Right, like you need hours of study or a massive course.
Yeah, he challenges that.
And the research actually backs this up, which is fascinating.
Fascinating.
Chip points out that even like 5 minutes of focused learning can actually leave a mark.
Focused is the key word there, right?
Absolutely. He uses the term mental snacking. Isn't that great?
Mental snacking. I love it.
Yeah. Customizing learning to fit into those tiny gaps you already have in your day.
Like,
Well, instead of just scrolling social media during your coffee break or while you're waiting in line,
okay.
you could read a short article, watch a quick explainer video, learn one new vocabulary word, whatever fits.
And the power isn't in that 1 5-minute session, it's the repetition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Chip hammers this home. It's the compounding effect. A small habit done consistently beats those heroic one-off study marathons every time.
Because you can actually keep it up.
Right. You slide it into existing moments. And he does the math, which is kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Just 10 minutes a day, that adds up to over 50 hours in a year.
Wow. 50 hours.
That's like a whole university course. Or a new skill, whole area of knowledge. Built in stolen moments, almost without trying.
Building a skyscraper brick by tiny brick, that's really cool.
It reframes learning entirely.
Okay, so micro-learning is powerful. But Chip gets even smaller, even more micro. In the next weekend drop, episode 236, he introduces something called the 20-second pause.
Yeah, this one really struck me. 20 seconds.
It sounds almost trivial, doesn't it? Like, what real difference can 20 seconds make?
You'd think so, but that's the beauty of it. And again, if you look at the science, the research on well-being,
Yeah.
even a few seconds of genuine self-compassion can actually change your emotional baseline. It can lower stress hormones, boost resilience.
Seriously, just a few seconds.
Yeah, but think about it. How often do we actually do that? Give ourselves that moment.
Basically never. We're always pushing, right? Go, go, go.
Exactly. We're great at compassion for others, maybe, but terrible at turning it inwards.
So what does Chip suggest? How do you do a 20-second pause?
It's incredibly simple, super practical. He says, just once a day, maybe when things feel hectic, put your hand on your chest.
Okay.
Think a kind thought towards yourself, like, I'm doing my best here, or this is tough and that's okay.
Right?
And just breathe into that feeling for about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
That's the whole practice. No cushion, no chanting needed.
Wow. That's really accessible.
Totally. And he shares personally that it's been a kind of lifesaver on chaotic days for him.
Yeah.
It doesn't magically fix the problems, he says, but it shifts your perspective. It's like offering yourself the same kindness you'd give a friend who's struggling. A moment of internal reset.
An internal recalibration. I like that.
And that little act, that deliberate self-kindness, it has ripple effects way beyond those 20 seconds.
How so?
Well, Chip notes, when you practice it regularly, you often find yourself more focused. You've grounded yourself.
Makes sense.
You could be more productive because you're not beating yourself up, you're supporting yourself. And maybe crucially, you're less reactive with other people.
Ah, because you've shown yourself some kindness first.
Exactly. It's a tiny action with potentially huge downstream benefits for your well-being, your work, your relationships. Small hinge, big door.
It's amazing how these tiny, consistent things, microlearning, the 20-second pause, they really build on each other. They build towards something more sustainable, which actually leads us right into Chip's next reflection, which is about that bigger picture. Managing energy, finding flow, what he calls rhythm.
Right, following the rhythm.
Yeah, episode 237, Follow the Rhythm. And he starts this one by being really honest about his own struggle.
Which is always relatable.
Totally. He talks about trying to find his groove on a Monday after a nice, relaxed weekend. Even though the weekend drops helped him, took off some pressure.
Monday still felt like hitting a wall.
Exactly. He felt caught between the ease of the weekend and the, heavy pull of Monday's to-do list.
I think everyone knows that feeling.
Oh, yeah. And this is where he brings in this really great analogy. The pendulum for rhythm. He says, if your life's pendulum just swings a little left, a little right, nice and steady, tick-tock, you feel balanced.
Consistent.
But if it swings way out to the extremes, too much rest or too much intense work, too much grind.
It takes ages to swing back.
Right. And it often comes back with a jolt, right? You feel like you're scrambling to catch up. It's tiring. It's not a sustainable rhythm.
That's a powerful image. And he uses it to talk about the problems with living in those extremes.
Yeah.
Too much zoning out or too much nonstop hustle. It creates this imbalance. You feel drained or frustrated trying to get back into sync, or even guilty.
Guilty for resting or guilty for not keeping up the crazy pace.
Yeah, and this brings up an important question, doesn't it? Like, we need those extremes sometimes.
Yes.
Right? A vacation is crucial. An intense project can be necessary for growth.
Sure.
But Chip argues they're only really beneficial if your middle ground, your everyday rhythm, is stable. If your default is wild swings, you're just burning energy trying to find balance, not actually moving forward.
Okay, that makes sense. So how do you handle those big experiences then? Like a vacation or a big push at work?
This is a key insight from Chip. You don't try to bring the whole extreme swing back into your normal life.
Right, because that's impossible.
Exactly. It's unsustainable. Instead, he says, you take just a piece back.
A piece? Like what?
Like, maybe you found a great morning routine on vacation. You don't try to replicate the entire lazy pace, but you bring back one small element of that routine.
Okay, one new habit.
Or you did an intense work sprint. You don't keep up that pace, but maybe you learned one new efficiency trick, and you integrate just that one thing into your regular workflow.
So you integrate the learning, not the unsustainable intensity.
Precisely. That's how extremes help you evolve without trapping you. And he actually sees his weekend drop format partly through this lens.
Oh, yeah.
As a way to keep his own pendulum from swinging too far on weekends by not demanding full episodes, allowing for more steady energy through the week.
That's clever. So what's the takeaway for us, for the listener? How do we keep our pendulum closer to the center?
Well, Chip's advice is really practical. It's about intentionally building buffers, leaving space in your schedule,
Saying no sometimes.
saying no, even if you technically could squeeze it in, and allowing yourself guilt-free, unproductive time.
Guilt-free being the key words there.
Absolutely. It's not laziness. It's building a resilient, sustainable rhythm, something that doesn't feel like it's about to snap. He reminds us, finding your rhythm isn't about perfection. It's just about keeping that beat steady enough to keep going day after day without burning out.
Okay, so let's try and synthesize this. What does this journey through Chip's recent thoughts mean for you listening right now?
What we've really pulled out, I think, is this clear arc From seeing the hidden dangers in always chasing the jackpot
That casino mentality.
to understanding the incredible quiet power of tiny, deliberate habits, like the microlearning, that 20-second pause.
Small actions, big impact. And then finally, realizing how crucial it is to find and nurture a stable, adaptable rhythm in your life. Chip's own process, sharing his ups and downs, it really models how to build something meaningful that lasts.
Yeah.
Not by chasing fireworks, but by valuing consistency and those small, mindful steps.
And if we connect that to the bigger picture, how we actually live fulfilling lives,
Yeah.
these insights really empower us, don't they? They encourage us to be builders, not gamblers.
Boosters, yeah.
Focusing on the process, not just the outcome. Cultivating resilience, that inner stability, instead of being thrown around by external highs and lows, it's about creating a life that's truly built with intention.
Really well put. Okay, so building on all that, here's a final provocative thought for you to chew on, inspired by Chip's ideas. Consider this. What if you were to intentionally design just one small micro rhythm into your week starting this month? Something tiny but consistent.
Okay.
Something that acts as both a stable, predictable win like Chip's anti-casino idea, and maybe even incorporates that vital 20-second pause for some self-compassion. What could that single small beat be for you? And how might adding just that one tiny intentional rhythm, how might that help reset your entire pendulum? Something to think about. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into Chip's really insightful shower podcast. We genuinely appreciate his work and really enjoyed exploring these ideas with you today.
Yeah, absolutely. And just remember that compounding power of mindful choices, even the tiny ones.
Yeah.
It's real and it's powerful.
Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.